Ah, Mr. Lugo. I'm waiting for you all to connect to audio. You're not connected to audio, Mr. Lugo. And then I lost the video for the other screen. Okay, who do we have on the other screen? If you can unmute.
The retreat at Mesa Hill.
Okay, your name?
Erin Mansfield.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Lugo, if you can unmute now, it looks like you're connected, but you need to press the red microphone. There we go. No, still haven't pressed it.
There, how about now?
Now I can hear you. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're here on an eviction for non-payment of rent. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Mr. Mansfield, you were served, correct? Yes. I'm sorry, Mr. Lugo, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
You were served. And you received the CDC declaration and the paperwork with it?
The CDC paperwork, is that this form, sir?
Anything you wanted to submit?
Oh, yes, sir.
What do you want to submit?
Well, I have the paperwork from when I had COVID as well. I have my LES. They had changed I didn't receive my BAH, like my housing allowance.
Oh, okay. So what is it that you want to submit?
I'm so sorry, sir. How do I submit it?
Can you tell me what you want to submit, and then we'll figure that
Oh,
out?
yes, sir. An LES, and then from COVID, like the papers stating that I had COVID.
Okay, when did you have COVID?
I was quarantined. I didn't test positive, but I still had to quarantine, and I was not able to leave my housing about a month and a half ago. And then I was quarantined one more time, probably maybe 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I had let the office know of that situation.
Okay, Ms. Mansfield, this is for non-payment of rent?
Yes.
The monthly rent is how much?
The monthly rent is $776.
Due on the first of each month?
Correct.
What months are you alleging are outstanding?
We have a prorate for August, full month of September, October, November, and now December.
How much was August?
The prorate in August,
He moved in August?
yes, he moved in August. So it was only a prorated, it wasn't the full amount.
So he didn't pay anything upon move-in?
He did, the check was returned.
Okay.
And the prorated amount for August was $465.
And we got September, October, November, and December?
Correct.
And the full amounts for September, October, and November?
That is correct, was $776.
Okay, Mr. Lugo, What do you want to state?
I would like to say, I didn't have no bad intention of not paying. Unfortunately, I have had some other issues as far as my son and my grandmother helping them out, and I did stop receiving my BAH. I'm not sure why. I'm actually getting in contact with finance.
I'm gonna have to hold you for 1 second. Just hold. I'm gonna have to answer them. Okay, I'm sorry. You did not get your what, Mr. Lugo?
I'm not sure why I haven't received my BAH, which is my housing allowance. And that's an issue I'm trying to resolve currently with finance at work, because I'm supposed to be receiving BAH because I have a child to live off. That's allowing me to live off post and to an apartment to be able to provide for my son as well. I haven't received it. The only thing I received was like $7 of it, and I'm supposed to be receiving $12.21 a month. So I'm trying to get that situation resolved. I do have every intention of paying. I don't want to be evicted, and I do have full intention of paying the rent and being able to stay here, at least until I PCS.
Okay. Well, with the paper you were served, you had a CDC declaration. If you look through the paperwork you were served,
Say again, sir?
you were served with paperwork.
Yes, sir.
Included in that was a CDC declaration,
Give me one
an
second.
affidavit.
I don't think there is actually. It just shows the state of Texas, El Paso County, the Retreat of Mesa Hills versus myself, and then it has another one, the state of Texas to the defendant, and then the next one is just in Spanish, and then it's signed. And then
Oh, the paperwork came with it?
this is the only last two paperwork that came with it, and it's just
Okay.
stating that when the peace officer came by, but it doesn't have anything with the CDC. The last one is just the petition form.
Okay, well, we have to advise you that there's a CDC declaration. If it applies, you're welcome, you can fill it out, but only if it's, you have to swear to it under penalty of perjury. But we can supply you with the form. You should be served with it. If you were not, we'll get it to you. Maria, can we email it to him? Do you have an email?
I do have one question, Sarah. What is you said something about swear by perjury? What does that mean?
If the CDC declaration, if it applies, if it's applicable, if it fits your circumstance, you can fill it out and that will postpone the eviction until after December. But you're signing and you're swearing to it under penalty of perjury. If it's true, if you're lying in the affidavit, you're subject to penalty.
Oh, yes, sir. And then I did have one other question. On the Service Member Civil Relief Act, is it
Yes.
possible to request a stay of proceedings for 90 days?
You're not deployed, are you?
No, sir.
Okay, well,
Oh, okay.
do you have an email?
Yes, sir. It's Aramis, ARAMIS, Lugo, LUGO, 19@gmail.com.
Okay. Ms. Mansfield, if it wasn't, we have a duty to get it to him. If he fills it out, he fills it out. If he doesn't, then we can move forward. But
Okay.
what we can do is we can reset this for next Tuesday at the same time, 9 a.m.
Okay.
Mr. Lugo, we will send
Yes, sir.
We'll send both of you all the login information for a Zoom hearing on next Tuesday. We'll send it to your email that you just given us. And we're also going to email you a copy of the CDC declaration. I'm not telling you to fill it out. If it's applicable and you feel it applies to your situation, then you can fill it out and submit it, and we'll go from there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, any questions from either side?
No, sir. I did have actually one question. When I had sent Miss Mansfield or Miss Aaron from when I had COVID about last time I spoke to her, she had told me it didn't apply though. I'm not sure. I just need clarification on if that's the same thing as the CDC form that you're sending me.
No, it's not the same thing, but there's different, there's been different rules and laws that have been issued over the period of time. It depends on what period of time you had COVID was applicable at that time. So I'm not going to speculate as to whether it was applicable at that time or not. All we're going to deal with is what's applicable right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll see you next Tuesday at 9 a.m.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You'll get the notice of exactly what time it is. They're in increments of every 15 minutes. So I don't know exactly what, it's going to be between 9 and say 11.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.